Today's program is sponsored by The Anthony Vincent Salon. Say hello to beautiful.
You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, health, wellness, and sex.
Mostly sex.
Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, anthonyvincentsalon.com. Click away and listen today.
And you'll be glad you did.
Yes, you will be.
What a great show we have for today.
I don't believe you.
Oh, no, we do. We're going to be talking about getting your kink on.
Another kinky show with Mr. Anthony freaking Vincent. Ooh,
Well,
how lucky am I?
I'm not kinky. I'm just kind of bent a little in the middle. That's all.
Oh, my God. Okay, what do you got for me?
Well, bacon.
Well, I do love me some bacon, but how is the bacon?
Bacon is
How is-
good.
Yeah, it's good, but how is it kinky?
Well, the bacon isn't. I'm going to be talking about some kinky stuff later on.
Oh,
We're just talking about bacon now.
oh,
You got a sex thing on your mind there, girl.
oh.
You know I was trying to talk about some serious stuff and health and wellness and all of that.
And you think health and wellness and bacon fit in the same sentence?
Well, yes, because bacon is good.
It is good.
And I'm not talking about
it is-
just tasting.
It is tasty.
Yes, it is. And I have tasted 18 gourmet varieties to find out what the most primo product is.
Wow, I'm sorry about your arteries.
Well, but wait, isn't bacon bad for you?
I would think it would be bad for your arteries. I don't know if it's necessarily bad for you or the vernacular you, but it's got quite a bit of fat in it, so
Well, actually, no.
no.
2 strips of cooked bacon provide 6 grams of protein with 89 calories.
Okay, but can you just stop at 2 when it comes to bacon?
That's all I have. 2 strips. That's it.
Okay.
I have control.
Do you?
Well, you know I'm controlling.
I do know, yes. He is a very, very, very controlling man.
I control how many eggs and bacon go on my plate.
Okay.
Well, okay. A 2010 Harvard review found that saturated fat, like bacon fat, doesn't contribute to heart disease.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
All right. So go ahead, pig out a little bit.
Well, no, because I'll tell you what. I'll stick with 2. 2 strips.
Okay. That's all you need.
That's all I need.
Well,
Maybe I just need 1. What do you think?
no, 2.
2? I
You
need
can't-
2 bacon?
Can't just
Can't
eat
just
one.
eat one?
Can't just eat one.
It's like a potato chip?
You know, the best bacon that I tasted was the Vandy Rose Farms Artisan Applewood Smoked Bacon.
Was that really your best one?
It was really good.
Was it?
Yeah. It was, listen to this, $65 for a 60-ounce
Wow.
package.
Nice. So you're spending your money on bacon now.
Well,
Instead of bringing home the bacon, you're literally bringing home the bacon.
yes, I am.
I get it. Okay.
Well, the reason why it's so good is that the pork is from the Duroc pig, prized.
What kind of pig?
A Duroc.
A Duroc?
Duroc. There
I
are
never
different-
even heard. There's different kinds of pigs.
Yes, there are.
Oh my! Well, you know
There's
what?
pot-bellied pigs.
Doesn't this
there's
make sense? I do know exactly what you mean. There are different kinds of pigs out there.
Yes, there are. And the Duroc pig is prized for their tender meat. It's
Wow. Well,
very-
how do you like that? You know,
very juicy. Very juicy. Juicy.
You know, I just learned something every moment that I'm with you.
Of course.
And now we're learning about bacon.
That's what we do here
Yeah.
on Trend Radio. We learn every day.
Wow.
So, you know, we come across a lot of guys, and some of them are aging well, some are not, but they can Of course, they can come to see us, of course, at Anthony Vincent Salon. And,
Of course.
And look younger. But if you don't, if you have your own, master stylist, I think there's a place called Mix Masters.
Mix Masters?
Yeah, it's where some people go get their hair done.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, it looks like they got their hair done with a blender.
I never heard of it.
No. Anyway, you want to look younger, guys? Mess up your hair. Rub a little dabble, do you, of styling cream right between your hands and apply it from the crown out. And that kind of gives you a youthful look.
It absolutely
kind of a
does.
hip vibe, you know.
But did you know that if you're a female, it's not just the men that want to look younger, of course, but we women do too. And that little bit of a messy look is actually very, very in right now.
It's a very cool
It's
vibe.
a very, very, very stylish, fashion-forward way to be. You don't have to always be, your hair doesn't always have to be so tame. You can let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Run your fingers through it, and also a little dab will do you really well there too.
Now, for you guys with thinning hair, I say this all the time. You guys just don't get it. Your hair is thinning. Clip it close to or shave it off your scalp.
Absolutely.
And-
Absolutely.
Yeah, the shorter, the better. Shorter hair looks thicker.
It does. That's why we cut mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
My hair looks
So,
good.
We want to keep people
You think so,
guessing.
don't you? Don't you think my hair looks great?
I love your hair.
I know, because
I
it's
do it.
shorter now.
Yeah.
I know you do it. I was just saying. We had that idea to go a little bit shorter for me, and then we just cropped it.
Oh, and did we crop it good?
We cropped it good.
Speaking of cropping, the last party you had, do you ever have a guest that just doesn't know when to leave?
Uh-huh. Somebody stayed at my house for 3 days.
3 days.
Yep.
Family member?
No,
Friend?
good friend, but she stayed for 3 days.
How did you get rid of her?
I don't remember exactly what I said, but we didn't talk for about a week. She needed to leave. It was 3 days.
Yeah, 3
The party
days.
went on for like days. It was terrible. And that was years ago, but yes, I do know what you're talking. You invite somebody for dinner and they never leave.
Yeah. I guess we got to practice our nonverbal cues. To let them know that the party's over.
Get this party started and now it's done.
Turn off that music, switch the lights on, start washing the dishes.
She never left.
You should have asked her to wash the dishes.
She helped.
Did she really?
She did, but that wasn't the point. She was at my house for 3 days.
Well, I guess she was someone that your actions were just a little too subtle. And
They weren't subtle after the 3rd day.
yeah. So did you ask politely how she's getting home?
I didn't ask her at all. I knew she had a car with her. So that wasn't even an issue.
Did you say, was your battery dead? I'll call you a
No.
cab.
I don't remember exactly what I said to her, but she left and we didn't talk for about a week.
Oh.
I told you, yeah. But it's okay now.
Do I know who she is?
You do. I'm not mentioning any names.
I know who she is.
I'm not going to mention any names.
All right. So you tried all of those subtle little hints and it didn't work. So you got to be direct.
Yes, well, being direct is very important with anything.
Yeah. But did you use a little hint of humor?
No, I don't remember. I told you. Why do you keep asking me what I did when I don't remember?
Well, I'm hoping if we talk about it, it'll jog your memory.
I don't think it's going to jog my memory.
Okay. See, I would have just said, in my own personality, okay, I'm kicking you out. Or I will.
You would never say that. That would never come out of your mouth.
all right, how about this?
You would leave it up to somebody else.
Well, would I say, okay, I'll now be your bouncer for the evening? I say with a smile.
I don't know. I just don't think you would ask anybody to leave your home. I think you may have a hard time with that. Just knowing you. But, I could be wrong. I've certainly been wrong before.
Well, the last Christmas party I had, I just put my pajamas on,
I remember.
turned the lights out.
I remember that. Yes, he absolutely did that. He went upstairs. He came back downstairs in his PJs and his slippers and sat down on his couch, put his feet up and picked up a magazine.
Well, what really got them out?
What?
See, I don't really wear pajamas.
I know. I know that.
So I'm glad they didn't think it was turning into that type of party.
Yeah, they ran. Let me just tell you that. They ran.
See, maybe they thought I wanted to get the kink on.
I do not think that that's what anybody thought.
No.
I
'Cause,
do
you
not
know,
think that.
I'm not that kind of guy.
I did not say that, but I don't think that that's what they thought. But anyway, are we talking about kink? Is it time?
Our whole show is about kink in the professional way.
Absolutely. Always professional. So give me the kink. Let's hear it.
All right. Now, I got a little help from Christian Grey.
Oh, a lot of people are getting some help from Christian Grey.
Yes. Now, that sex life brings it to kinky new heights. Did you see the movie?
I did.
Did you read the book?
I did.
Did you read the other book?
I did.
Did you read the third book?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was a very nice love story.
It was a love story.
It really was.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was quite an incredible mind game, if you will. This really was something beyond the sex, beyond that. It had a lot to do with the mind.
Yeah, it's not about sex.
And power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it was certainly about the sex too, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that, we always talk openly about things like handcuffs and blindfolds and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, anyway,
chains, whips, ball gags. Uh-huh.
What the hell's a ball gag?
Oh, you really don't know, Mr. Anthony Vincent? Okay.
I know.
The plethora here is going to tell you. You do know?
Yeah, I know.
You know about the ball gag?
Yeah.
Aw. And I thought I had something to tell you.
Yeah, I should have let you.
Yeah, you should have. You see that? Now you're going to have a ball gag and everything.
Yeah,
Go on.
Andy would have run in here and censored our show again.
I was just going to. Okay. I wasn't going to be explicit. Please.
All right.
Go on.
Let's talk about this professionally. The more couples inject excitement into the relationship, the more their satisfaction level will rise. You know that.
I do.
Mm-hmm. So, kinky. Kinky to some people means like your sex life feels like scary. Kinky
Sex
is
life?
scary.
You think that kinky is scary?
I don't think that. That's a lot of people do, but that's actually false.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's scary either.
No, but many people do.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even know if I could tell this story, but a long time ago, I dated a young lady who was very, very nice, but very, very straight and close-minded. So I told her we were going somewhere special. And I had something behind my back and I switched it on and it went bzzz, and then I turned it off. And she said, "What's that?" I said, "Nothing." And I flipped the switch again. Bzzz. What is that? What is that? This is a true story.
I believe you.
Yeah, this is a true story.
I believe it.
And I said, "Get in the car." No, I'm not going until you tell me what's behind your back. And she was really, really upset. So I showed her it was my nose hair clipper.
Oh.
And she freaked out and she thought this was something kinky and it really scared her. And I tried to explain that dabbling in deviance doesn't have to involve...
Deviance?
Dabbling in deviance. Did I use the word correctly?
You did.
Thank you.
I just think it's funny.
It is. Like ha-ha funny, like clown funny.
Like you're here to amuse me funny.
Yeah, so I'm here to amuse you.
You're always here to amuse me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just want to let you know that it doesn't necessarily involve leather or nipple clamps. No.
Aw, but
yeah.
the nipple clamps they're just so much fun.
Is that right? See, I thought nipple clamps were like two clothespins with a string.
Who you clamping?
My laundry. Anyway, it's the newness, not the fear, that's stimulating. And these aren't my words. This is Gail Saltz, MD. She's a sex therapist in New York City. So if it's 50 Shades you're after, 54% of people engaged in spankings, 19% in role playing, and 61% had sex toys.
Wow. That's quite a large percentage there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am Italian.
I don't think it was all about you.
Oh,
Okay, Mr.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
It's not all about you.
No, it
was
isn't,
about
no.
other people, and it's certainly not you. It's the vernacular you.
Okay, so does the vernacular you need to be like a little twisted to enjoy this kind of stuff?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe you need to twist a little, but I don't think you need to necessarily be twisted.
Well, kind of. You know, many people like, a little bit of rough play.
Many people do.
Many people do. I don't know any personally. But in 2013, there's a sex toy company called Love Honey.
Love Honey?
Yes.
Love Honey.
Love Honey. That's a great... Maybe we could open a salon called Love Honeys.
Love Honeys.
Well, they found that nearly 3 out of 4 customers have tied up their partner.
Wow.
Wonder if they use duct tape or string
or cord or rope or leather or chains.
And chains would be a little cold.
Nylon. You don't know what somebody might like.
A tie.
Mm-hmm.
Silk tie.
A scarf.
Stockings.
There's many. Well, that's what I was saying. Nylons.
Oh, okay. I never wore them.
Oh, no? You should. They're nice.
All right, I'll give them a shot. But anyway, so a more productive gauge of sexual success is what you're doing makes you feel good about yourself and that it enhances your relationship.
Absolutely. That's really what it's about.
Enhancing the relationship.
Sharing and enhancing and feeling good.
Yes. This is what Carol Ellison says, PhD, and she's a clinical psychologist and the author of a book called Women's Sexualities.
Wow. Might
Good
be
book
a
to
nice,
read,
good
yeah.
book. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. Now,
Cool.
it's probably, a good idea if you guys discuss the new kinks before you try them.
Well, I would think you would need to because you can't just come at somebody with that.
Yeah. And, what's kinky for the vernacular you is not necessarily kinky for the vernacular me.
No, because what's kinky for the vernacular me might scare the vernacular you.
Oh, I'm scared.
You should
I'm
be.
scared.
Could you imagine? How funny is that?
Well, it's never, it never is a bad idea to have a quick little talk about, what you want to do if you're rookies. Otherwise, you just let it happen.
Always just let it happen. I think so.
Yeah.
And just have a conversation because, that's
Slowly.
just fun too. And it really does happen between the ears anyway.
Yeah. Well, it was fun putting on my hair clipper. That poor girl. I think I really.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, I think I'm
sure she got over it.
Yeah, she may have. She still calls.
Now that's even funnier.
Whenever she needs a haircut.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, being flirtatious and dropping subtle little hints, that's better than jumping right into it anyway.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. And it might be fun?
What?
Just finding little things like a makeup brush. Use her body to see what she's comfortable with. A makeup brush. I don't know. What are some of the things?
There's so many different things that you can use. I mean, I know.
A hot dog bun.
I have things in my pocketbook that are a riot, and they can all be used for many different things. So yeah, there's all kinds of things we could do. Always. Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about the vernacular way.
Of course, always the vernacular.
Yeah, that's right. Alrighty, so I think it's time now, because it is a little warm in here, to hear a little word from our sponsor.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
And now for the fun facts on finance
From a feminine point of view, our very own Dina Cobran.
of DC Alexander Wealth Management.
Good morning, Dina.
Good morning, Elise.
So, I have a very special guest this morning. We're going to talk to Megan, our producer.
Awesome.
Say hi. Because you know what? Megan's in her early 20s, and you have great advice, Dina. And since she's similar to the ages of our kids,
Right.
So you have great advice for the up and coming younger generation.
And we want them to learn, don't we?
Absolutely, we do. So why don't we give Megan some advice on how she can make financial stuff fun?
That sounds awesome. She's not going to do it unless it's fun, right, Megan?
Exactly.
Yeah, so
You're
let's do
right.
it. Let's talk about this, Dina.
Okay.
give your best.
So, Megan, we talked about having a Roth IRA right away.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying, well, I'm not going to start retiring yet. Right. You know what you said to me? And I said, why not? Because, you're 20 today, but you're going to be 40 in a matter of minutes. You're not even going to realize how quickly time's going to go,
God.
right?
Blink your eyes, and there you are.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so
scary.
It is scary, but try not to be scared and try to focus on this for a second, right? So my suggestion is to start a Roth IRA. Okay. Now you can put in $5,500 a year, but you can do it in $50 a month increments or whatever the dollar is that you can save. And you're young. I don't know. Do you live at home?
Yes. for
Okay.
now.
So you have no expenses, right?
Correct.
All right, correct. Look at that. So 100%
It's a
of your money.
beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing, and you don't even realize it. That's the thing.
Right.
We were talking about that and said, God, if I had put all that money away when I had
Oh, please.
no expenses, how much money would we have? We would be worth mega millionaires.
Right.
But nobody does it.
Exactly.
So if you do this, you're going to be so much ahead of the curve. You
Right.
won't even believe it. Okay. You will not be 70 and working. I promise
Yeah.
you.
And that's unfortunate, but that's a very true thing right now. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so many people that are having so many struggles, and they're in their 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Oh, yeah.
And the health issues start, and they can't always work, and they need to.
Exactly.
And that's a shame. So yeah, definitely follow this advice. So what else were you going to say?
Well, so do you know what a Roth IRA is?
I don't. So please inform me of what that is.
Okay. So a Roth IRA is simply a IRA, which is an individual retirement account that you put money into on an after-tax basis.
Okay.
Okay, that will accumulate, grow, tax-free from now until you need it.
Wow.
Now, with a Roth IRA, they allow you to put the money in for 5 years, and you could use like that money for a first-time home buying situation, or if you want to go back to school. There is other ways that you can use it before retirement.
Okay.
And I know that's probably a concern. You say, well, retirement's so far.
Right.
What if I need this money sooner?
Exactly.
So what I would say to you is, start a Roth IRA. We can talk about how much you should put if I looked at your income and expenses and all that. But if you put into a Roth IRA now, and then you look at maybe starting another separate plan that you could have emergency fund building up for, let's say your car breaks down or something like that.
Right.
But your parents might help you at this point. I don't know.
Yeah. Right now they are, but it's like I'll be walking to my car and being like, wow, I only pay for gas right now, but it's like, oh my God, I have to pay for like my car eventually, like my phone. Like it's in my mind that I'm going to have to start like paying for everything. I feel like it's all going to hit me at once. So if I can start, putting
is
money
going to
away.
hit you at
Yes.
once.
Exactly. So
I
if
was
I
gonna
can
say
start
that.
putting money away in little increments here and there, so it's not like I don't have anything in my nest per se. That's
Right.
what I would like to be able to do.
Well, one thing that I like to explain to people is if you do it like draw pizza.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, I'm going to put a third of it in for long term, a third of it in for medium term. And what I consider medium term is 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
Long term is, say, 10 plus years. And then short term, 1 to 5 years.
Got it.
So you might have some specific goals for 1 to 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So those are the things you're thinking of now, like, oh my gosh, when are these expenses going to hit me?
Right.
When am I going to have to take responsibility and pay for them? Right?
Exactly. Yep.
So that would be your emergency. You put money away for your long term for retirement. And then your medium term, you can stick some money into that too, depending on where, how much money you have to go around. And it may seem small now, but trust me, over time, it will accumulate and you will be amazed at how much money you can have for your future.
Awesome. I like hearing that.
It's going to be a fabulous thing. So definitely take her advice.
I will.
And everyone out there, Dina, why don't you give them your information so they can reach you?
Sounds great. Well, you can email me at dcobrin, that's KOBRIN, at nextfinancial.com, or check out my website at dc-alexander.com.
You'll be glad you did.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Next Financial Group Incorporated, member FINRA/SIPC. DC Alexander Wealth Management is not an affiliate of Next Financial Group Incorporated. 2346 Route 33, Suite 307, Robbinsville, New Jersey 08691. Phone number 609-945-7330.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got limp locks? Wake that dead, lifeless hair. Use the right bodybuilding products. Texturize, and what a surprise. Say hello to beautiful.
Want your beauty question answered on the air? Email us now from anthonyvincentsalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did. If you're joining us just now, your favorite salon is now your favorite radio show.
We make you healthier, wealthier, and sexier every time you listen.
Tune in to us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise. We are Trend Radio.
We are. And we keep you moving in a huge crowd.
We keep you moving and a grooving.
That's right. When a sea of humanity stands between point A and point B, take a shortcut.
Take a shortcut.
Take a shortcut from Paul Townsend of Crowd Dynamics International.
Ooh, crowd dynamics.
Yes. Play the land shark. You're trying to get from point A to point B, and there's just a crowd there. Raise your hand above your head as if you're going to do a karate chop or something like that.
And walk through the crowd.
And hold it there as you walk. When people see your fin, they'll be more inclined to get the hell out of your way.
That's interesting that you should say that. I can get through a crowd very easily.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I always put my arm up, but I have a direction. I'm focused, and I can walk right through, and I'm holding the person who's with me. I'm holding their hand, and I'm pulling them along with me.
I do the same thing.
Of course you do.
Because people are just like, they don't want to maneuver themselves, and it's almost like being, a Jedi Knight.
Oh,
And
I can maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet you can.
Yes, you know I can. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I will look for the opening, and I will bob and weave right through that crowd, and I'll get right through. Because if you
Very,
stand and
very
you're afraid
funny.
to touch or bump into somebody or get between them, you're
Yeah.
not moving. You are not moving.
No, absolutely not.
Well, we got ourselves another email.
We do?
Yes.
Tell me.
Okay. Do you want to read the question?
Okay, I guess I can read the question. Are you going to give the answer then?
If you want. Or I'll read the question and you give the answer.
Okay. Well, you can read the question. I'll give the answer.
Okay. All right. The question is, Anthony, you see guys hit on women all the time. What sets the scorers apart from the guys like me who always seem to crash and burn?
Oh, well, he was talking to you.
Yes, but you can tell me your thoughts.
No, I want to hear what you would say about that, and I'll add my 2 cents in.
You're always adding. That's what makes our show great.
My addition, my adding, my add-ons.
Yes,
Good, because I have something to add on afterwards that's going to make everybody so hysterical. But you go now.
That's the gist of our show. See, it's all about Elise.
Yeah. It's all about me.
I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. So this is what I'm going to tell you. What sets the guys who score from the guys who crash, and it is a little difficult, but you have to be funny, you have to be clever, and you have to be confident.
That was the word that I was going to use, confident.
Of course it was.
You know it.
Tell us about confidence from a woman's point of view.
Okay. Basically, if I'm meeting anyone, really, basically anyone, but especially a man, I absolutely want to see and speak with a confident man. I think confidence is extremely important. It shows you that you're sure of yourself. And if you're not confident and you're not sure of yourself, why would I want to be with you? Why would I want to even waste my time speaking with you? Confidence is extremely important.
That's right. But in being confident, don't sound like or even let her know that you're hitting on her.
No, and don't have an ego either. Ego is bad. Confidence is good. There's a difference.
What about if it's just a little one?
I step on little egos.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, guys who score the most numbers, they strike up a lot of conversations.
Like?
Whatever. I always say, talk about something, no matter how silly it is. It doesn't have to be rocket science. You just talk about anything, strike up a conversation, but never turn on the heat until the girl is interested in what you're saying.
Ooh, okay. Very good.
And you'll know if she's interested.
I was going to say, and you're going to definitely know if she's interested.
Yes, you will know. You will know. And I'm going to say that again. Ease up on the pickup lines, Mr. Smooth. Show the woman that you can handle friendly banter. And then you see what happens from there.
I completely agree.
Mm-hmm. And then when you make that connection, and then you can ask her, hey, how about going out for, for a milkshake? Let's maybe go for a little workout together. Let's go for a run.
And definitely talk. Don't text. Don't do that. Speak to her. Don't pull out your phone. Don't do any of that. And before you go on with anything else, I really think it's really crucial that you remember to just keep it real, because that's the most important thing. You want to just be real.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you can text her.
Be who you are.
Yeah, and then you can text her the next day if you're lucky enough to get that number, and, tell her how great it was to meet her and, that sort of thing. And then the texting can happen. But when you're with her, don't text.
Be genuine.
Absolutely. But, speaking of texts, I do have to say this one thing. I don't know if everybody remembers. I'm sure you remember. A few weeks ago, we had, some crappy weather, some icy, stormy, blizzard-like weather. And I know that you needed some boxes. You were packing up some stuff, and, one of the staff brought the boxes out and didn't actually bend them up, but actually just threw them in the dumpster without bending them up. Well, anyway, I was going through some of my old text messages, speaking of text messages, and I was deleting some stuff and going through some things and reading some things, and I come across these text messages that I received from you. Now,
before you read them,
I'm going to read them.
Don't read them yet. Let me set the story up.
Set the story up, okay?
Okay. So I needed these boxes. I knew that we had them. So I went out to the back of the salon.
Can't even handle this.
To bring them back in.
This visual is unbelievable.
Okay. So we have these giant dumpsters back there, and one of them is for cardboard only. No trash, no garbage.
But, before you go on, I do want to say this one thing. You asked me earlier that morning to go and check myself for those boxes. And I did check, and I came back and I told you that the boxes everything seemed very wet to me, and I did look. I did see a couple of boxes. I couldn't reach them.
Either could I.
Wait, I couldn't reach them. But everything basically had snow because there was snow and ice.
My thought process was, though, that other people in the shopping center would have thrown away their boxes. So, although you may not have been able to reach them, by later in the day, there'd be more boxes in there.
So you weren't checking up on me? You were
Of course not. I wouldn't do that.
Okay, you were just checking and seeing if anything new
any
came.
new boxes were there that I could have used. So they had recently emptied the dumpster, and there were boxes in there, and I couldn't reach them either. So what I did was I climbed up on the dumpster. I jumped in
I just
the
can't
dumpster.
believe this.
It's a clean dumpster. Remember,
Yeah, it's cardboard only.
Cardboard only.
Uh-huh.
And I tossed some of these, bigger, sturdier boxes out. Clean boxes out. And then I realized that I was like up to my neck.
In dumpster. So wait, Now, I don't care. You cannot go further because this is the text message that I received.
This was the text messages that I
received from Anthony. Help, help. I'm stuck in the dumpster. I can't get out. Help me get out of here. I'm stuck.
I've fallen and I can't get out.
Okay, now you need to understand. I read these text messages and I'm like, oh my God. And I have to be perfectly honest. A little fear came over me because I became a little worried that he was really, really in trouble. So I
couldn't
call
get
him.
out of the dumpster.
I call him and he doesn't answer the phone. So
because I was trying to pull myself out of the dumpster.
So I start freaking out.
It was
and
over my head.
I'm calling and I keep calling and I'm blowing up his phone and he's not answering the phone. So I'm like, okay, breathe. He's got to be okay unless he passed out in the dumpster. I can't imagine this. So I
covered myself in the cardboard and took a nap.
Stop it. So I call the salon and one of the girls answers the phone. I'm like, have you seen Anthony? And she's like, yeah, a few minutes ago. Yeah, he was going outside for a minute. And I'm like, has he come back? And she's like, he is. He's walking back now. I'm like, put him on the phone. So she gets him when he finally comes in and she's like, Elise is on the phone for you. And you just kind of hear this, uh-oh, kind of, and he gets on the phone and he goes, hello? And it was just so, and I'm like, how could you leave me a text message like that and not answer the phone?
Well, I finally got pulled out by this guy in a dump truck.
That's what you told me.
Yeah,
somebody came to rescue you.
He kind of, drove by, and I was kind of trying to pull myself and get myself out of the dumpster. And what happened was, I was able to pull up and get my leg over, but then I was straddling this, 1.5 inch little thing where I was teetering on, and I'm not used to having this 1.5 inch thing between my legs over here. Just
really,
yeah. And
you're
my
not
feet,
used to having anything in between your legs.
Not 1.5 inches. and my legs weren't long enough to get onto the little things that I climbed up to get into the damn thing.
Enough said. I just wanted to bring this up so that everybody should know out there. When sending a text message, if there's an emergency, try your very best to answer the phone, especially to the person who you're sending this emergency message to, because that's the person who's really in trouble. I was freaking out. I was scared.
Well, I had just come back from Puerto Rico, and I did do some scuba diving, and
you figured you can do some dumpster diving?
I was going to do some dumpster. If I could scuba dive, I could dumpster dive.
No, it's not dumpster. It's dumpster.
Dumpster diving.
Dumpster diving.
Yes. Well, take it from me, listeners. Stay out of the dumpster.
Definitely stay away from the dumpster.
You'll be glad you did.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
And we're back.
Of course, we're back. We're always back.
You know, we were talking about Puerto Rico, and I really had a great time. And do you know Starbucks is a status symbol in Puerto Rico?
You told me that, yeah.
Yeah. And what the girls and the guys do, they will go to Starbucks. Now, they can't afford it because everything in Puerto Rico is about twice the money
I know.
as it
so
is
if you
here.
think about it, if you're paying $5 for, well, remember when I was on the phone with you and you actually got 2 regular cups of coffee for $11?
$11.50
I
for
was
2
like,
cups of
oh
coffee.
my God, I could not afford to just get coffee. Like you know how I buy my coffee all
Yeah.
the time. Can you imagine if I was paying, $6 for 1 regular cup of coffee? It's bad enough my lattes.
Yeah, I wound up and bought a pound of coffee and a little coffee maker and.
Well,
made
that
my
was
own
less
coffee.
money than,
It was
yeah.
less money than going for
Absolutely.
2 coffees every morning.
Absolutely.
But so it's very expensive to get a Starbucks coffee in Puerto Rico, but it is such a status symbol. And what people do in Puerto Rico is 5 or 6 of them will get together, chip their money in for 1 latte, and they will take pictures of themselves holding the latte,
Selfies.
selfies at Starbucks.
Now, whose name gets to go on the cup?
Well, what happens is they just spin it around. So they're just showing the cup.
Ah.
And then they take a picture or selfie. They post it on Facebook that they're at Starbucks having a good time. And it's 6 people all with the same latte.
Okay. I have a very funny Starbucks story.
Do tell.
I was doing Fern's nails. Now, you know my client and my friend Fern. Who
Yes,
we
very
love.
lovely.
We love her.
Love her.
So she saw my latte. It was from Starbucks. And one of my clients actually brought me a latte that morning before Fern came in. And it said EC on it. And she said, "What does EC mean?" And I said, the client who brought me this cup of this delicious latte, her daughter can't pronounce my name. So she calls me EC. So she put EC on the cup. And you know how sometimes, people who love me call me Lisi? Well,
Yeah.
she couldn't say Lisi, so she said EC. Well, Fern laughs and she says, I have my own Starbucks name too. I said, what are you talking about? Your name is Fern. How difficult could that be for them? She goes, when you go to Starbucks and you say Elise, do you ever get Elise written on your cup? I said, no, but I didn't think about it. I go, nobody can say, knows Elise. It's just one of those names.
Now, are the people at Starbucks foreigners or that they can't
No,
say?
not necessarily. I mean,
Oh, they're college students who can't spell.
Anyway, so I said, Fern, that, that's an easy name. Fern, Fern. She goes, I have been called amazing things. My cups have said so many things. I said, like what? Well, one day somebody one of the baristas wrote, fart on her cup. So she walked around with her Starbucks latte that said fart. So she said after that, she couldn't take it anymore. So now she has her own name. You want to know what it is?
Tell me.
Scarlett.
Scarlett.
So her Starbucks name is Scarlett, and they get that right.
I'll be darned.
Is that hysterical?
That's funny.
She
That is
will
great.
never be called. She will never be fart again.
Well, I told you, farts are funny.
Farts are funny.
Farts are funny.
I knew you'd appreciate this. That's why I was
Yes.
telling you, because farts are funny. Yeah. He has a thing about farting, but he's a guy. Us girls don't like that.
No, girls, poodle.
That's right.
So, something a little more serious.
Okay.
Maybe like your state of mind at the gym.
Okay.
You know, that could make you overeat later.
It could.
And then when you overeat, you fart.
True.
You know, drink too much protein drink, you fart.
It depends on the protein drink.
Okay.
Some protein drinks, very good for you, and they don't give you gas.
No sugar, no
Just
artificial sweeteners.
pure protein.
Yes. 20 grams.
And it's delicious too.
Well, getting back to
Sometimes
workouts.
21.
Your state of mind at the gym can really make you overeat later. And, you know, people who did like workouts labeled fat burning, they ate an average of 131 calories after the session, even though they burned only 96 calories.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of...
but let me ask you something. Once you're pumped up after working out, don't you burn more calories afterwards? So if you're eating something, don't you actually burn as it goes? Doesn't it continuously burn?
Yes, but what happens is people think, okay, I'm going to continually burn these calories. I burned this 45 minutes on my treadmill or my elliptical. I'm going to eat that donut now.
Oh, no.
But this is what people do.
I don't understand that. No, the whole important, I would think that if you're working out and you're taking the time to really work out and make yourself better, feel better, look better, be a better person, why would you eat a donut?
Sometimes you can't help yourself.
Oh, yes, you can. It's all about behavior and willpower. You can absolutely, it's like the bacon, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a third piece, but for the most part, you stick with the 2 strips. It's about behavior.
It's all about your behavior.
With anything.
But what I'm saying is it's not the workout. It's the workout that's
the
labeled
mindset.
fat burning.
Okay.
So if people set their cardio or their treadmill for fat burning, they're thinking they're burning a whole lot of calories so they could eat that extra 131 calories after their workout.
I understand.
Now, for those who weren't excited about going to the gym or doing any type of exercise, they eat even more, 262 calories.
Oh, my. See, I don't understand this. I'm confused. Why would you go on an eat-a-thon after the gym?
I don't know. People do.
But do you understand that?
I do understand it.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I do not.
No, I can tell you don't based on how you look. So you go to the gym.
I look pretty good, don't I?
You look pretty freaking good, Anthony freaking Vincent. Yeah,
Damn
forget
right,
it.
damn-
All right,
all right,
stop
all
it.
right,
I'm
okay.
not going to blow your ego up. I already told you that earlier. There'll be no blowing of the ego. But no, seriously, why would you do that? Why would you go to the gym, spend an hour and a half to 2 hours sweating, working out, doing this so that you're physically fit and that your mind is in good shape, and then why would you go and eat and overeat?
Well, see, people like you, like myself, wouldn't do this.
Well, no.
There are people that go to the gym, they walk around and talk and listen to music,
I've seen those people.
but they're at the gym and they're there for 2 hours. They haven't done a damn thing, but they're there, and then they go to Dunkin' Donuts across the street afterwards.
Okay, I know those people.
Yeah.
Believe me, I used to be one of those people. I understand that. And now I'm not even as good as I should be with the gym. I'm very, very careful, though, about what I put into my mouth. Very careful, because I know what could happen.
Well, it's not necessarily what you put in your mouth, it's what you swallow.
Well said.
So,
Well said. But most times, I mean, I don't know about you, but you see, I don't spit.
oh, you're awful. I'm talking about,
No, but
that,
it's what you
know
swallow.
that
You
cookie
just said
air diet. What the diet is? You
just said-
open the cookie jar and you sniff the cookies.
you said it's not what you put in your mouth; it's what you swallow.
Oh my God!
So I don't spit. So it's got to be. If I'm going to have it in my mouth, I'm going to swallow it.
Okay,
So it's got to be good for me.
all righty. As long as it's healthy.
Absolutely.
But these guys who go to the gym, hang out, and eat those 262 calories, This is why men are so chunky. You may not be eating more.
Are men so chunky in general? Are there a lot of chunky men? Do you know a lot of chunky men?
Most guys are about, well, actually, I'm going to be getting to this a little bit later, but over the last 10 years, men's waist sizes have increased by 2 inches in the last 10 years. Yes.
Really?
Yes. So even though these guys, or people in general, are eating healthier and not necessarily eating more, but they are definitely moving less. And this is from, a new study published in the American Journal of Medicine, found that physical activity, not calorie intake, was the largest factor in waist size.
Wow.
Yep.
I have to say, I was actually getting a latte the other day, and I saw somebody order, I couldn't believe this, a croissant with egg, cheese, sausage, bacon, and some other kind of meat.
I'm nauseous already.
Wait. And it was like a fast food type of thing. And I was just kind of sitting there, drinking my latte and reading my book, the book I'm reading right now. And I was like, because I had a few minutes and I just needed to kind of be away from everything. So I was doing that. And I just couldn't help it. But I watched this person and the sandwich was dripping.
Dripping grease, yeah.
I was freaking out. And he ate the entire thing. I was with little hash browns.
Maybe he had a hangover, and we know that all that grease
do not believe that he had a hangover. This was not somebody who was physically fit. This was not somebody at all who should have really been eating. This person should have been concerning himself about diabetes, and this was what was so scary to me. That was a fast, inexpensive way to eat what he considered to be a decent meal. And that was what was scary to me. Mm-hmm. There was nothing green.
Speaking of green, this happened a couple of months ago. I was shocked. I had gone in to a restaurant, not fast food, but it was, I'm not going to name any names, but, it was a joint where you can get salad bar and burgers and, it's
a joint.
A joint. It was a joint.
It was a joint.
So I was in there and I got my my salad bar and my salmon, and I was eating very, very nicely. And across the table, there was a young lady eating by herself, a large young lady, very large, and she was eating a salad. And I went, oh, this is great. She's watching what she's doing. She's eating a salad. Now, you have to watch what kind of dressing you use on your salad, because the dressing has more calories in it than the salad does. Mm-hmm. And I thought, good for her. She's having a salad. She finished that, and it was a big salad. It wasn't a little bitty one. It was the big salad. They came, they took it away. And
I eat a big salad, though.
I do, too.
You see the salads. I can eat a lot of salad. I eat a big salad.
Yep. Well, she ate her big salad, and then they brought over a plate with a cheeseburger and French fries.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, that big salad would have been enough for me.
Oh, and I'm sure it would have definitely been enough for me.
Yeah. I was out to actually lunch yesterday, and we stopped at one of my favorite restaurants, and my date and I had a bowl of soup, and we shared a Greek salad. Mm-hmm. The two of us ate from the salad, and we still took some home because we couldn't finish it. So how this young lady finished her big salad and a burger and French fries and a bottomless Coke is beyond me.
I do not understand how big your stomach can actually get inside your belly. That's the thing. Because when we're grabbing something to eat also, we share everything too, because we can't possibly eat all of that.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to eat like a senior citizen, so I think I'm prematurely.
Oh, stop it. But I just want to say one thing. Getting back to the dressing thing for a minute, always go with a thinner dressing. Oh, that shows right there. I mean, the thick dressings, let's face it, they'll make you thick. But if you do want that little bit of cheese, and I understand that, keep it at a little bit of cheese. And if you want that flavor of blue cheese, have your vinegar and sprinkle on some little bit of blue cheese. I mean, because you like that flavor, but you don't have to have all that thick blue cheese dressing.
Well, I just like my olive oil and vinegar.
Well, that's how I like it too.
Yeah, my red wine vinegar is fine.
But sometimes people want a little bit of, I like balsamic myself.
That's good too, but there's a lot of sugar in that.
I like it aged.
So anyway, this is why in the last 10 years, people are putting on 2 inches on their waist because of that. Now, to fight it, and we've talked about this before, what you could do is lower your thermostat at nighttime.
So when you're cold?
A cold environment increases your metabolism.
Really?
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Well, I'm freezing right now, so this is good for me then.
You're in the process of losing weight. A study in the journal Diabetes reports that after sleeping in mildly cold conditions, fat tissue converts stored energy to heat, which can help burn an extra 100 calories a day.
Nice. So burn while you sleep.
That's right. Now, don't be fooled about eating more produce, fruits, and vegetables. Although they are good for you, in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, it reveals that amping up your fruit and vegetable intake has a near zero effect on weight change.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what if you want to eat that donut? Instead, you eat a bowl of broccoli. That's a much better.
It is much better, healthier, but
calorically, it's not going to.
Doesn't matter. 100 calories is 100 calories.
Doesn't your body burn? But if you're hungry and you want a snack, I would think that eating the 100 calories of veggies is better than having 100 calories of donut.
You're right. But to shed pounds, you still need to create a deficit in your total daily calories by eating less and exercising more.
Wow. Well, everybody, if you want any more information, definitely hit us up at trendradio920@gmail.com.
And we'll send you a gift certificate. You've been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Learn and laugh with us anytime, anyplace. Go right to our website, AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Click away and listen today.
And if you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about, or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
Your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card. How you make people feel becomes your trademark. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.